Way back. Yes, ma'am. Yep. No, yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
I wanted to ask about, well, I mean, there's a lot of misconceptions in society today. I think that the culture has degenerated. We don't have creative people anymore. Obama's decision to end all manned spaceflight in NASA and actually expect the private sector to suddenly have leadership that they don't. The leadership's in NASA, but they're going to lose funding. They're only going to get funding to help the private sector build things that no astronaut would ever fly in for commercial use, for vacation type stuff. This is insane. Anybody that can't see Obama's corruption and just foolishness, I mean, he's finished. He can't govern. This is a real crisis for the country. We need to see somebody competent in there, like LaRouche, who's been forecasting. He's the only man that's ever forecast on the mark every single time. Anybody that denies this is lying. But, you know, he's saying the opposite of what you're saying. We don't have... I'm asking you a question.
I know you are, and I'm going to answer your question, and then we're going to move on.
Fill in for president.
Also, there's one more thing I'd like to mention. Yesterday at Lawrence Livermore, they announced, you know, a major breakthrough for fusion. This is on the horizon. Green jobs is a death sentence for our economy. There's nothing good that's going to come from solar panels and windmills. They take more energy than they ever produce, and they waste.
Well,
they don't create jobs either.
I've met with Secretary Chu, who happens to also be Secretary of Energy. He happens to also be a Nobel Prize winner and one of the smartest people in the field. And he says that fusion is not there, maybe 30, 40, 50 years away.
We need to be going towards that.
That is the consensus among thoughtful scientists. I also met with the President's Science Advisor, who is also a Nobel Prize winner through the Footwash Group, et cetera, John Holdren of Harvard. And he likewise. We had a long talk about fusion because I was looking very carefully at whether we ought to be putting more money in accelerating that component of it right now. We are going to research, and we will continue to push the curve in terms of research in fusion. But the truth is, even if we brought wind, solar, energy efficiency online as fast as we can, we're still going to be drilling oil and using fossil fuels for 30 or 40 years. That's a serious issue because it requires us to think about how we're going to be doing it in a clean way.
Well, what about nuclear
So
power and
therefore,
reprocessing?
nuclear power is part of our, we have included nuclear power. We will have a major nuclear
We
power
have a
type.
ban on construction of
But
plants.
you cannot build nuclear power plants fast enough to be able to meet the curve of what we need to do either.
They are in the Pacific regions able to double production.
Well,
They're doubling their ability
China does
to
it a little
produce
bit
more.
differently than we do. I think most citizens of Lowell will want to be sure that we have the safety mechanisms in place and, you know, that we've got the right technology and so forth. China will just plug them down and maybe they'll have a Chernobyl or something.
We do have the
Constant.
technology.
We will do it in an intelligent way. And my final comment to you is, I could not disagree with you more profoundly with respect. I think President Obama is providing a thoughtfulness about the kinds of choices we face that has been lacking for years in Washington. Yes, he's made a few mistakes, but he's been honest with the American people about what the challenges are. Now, I don't disagree with you about the loss of some of our technology on manned spaceflight and so forth. And a lot of people are thinking in Washington about how we keep alive that technology capacity, that sort of feed line, if you will. And we don't want to lose a generation of people who know how to do those things. So I'm not sure that cut will take place in its entirety. I think that there'll be a compromise there.
It's already happened. We're going to lose tens of thousands of jobs.
Folks, we got to have one question, not 6 per person, because otherwise we just don't have a chance to.